Okay, so good afternoon, good day, good morning from whichever place you're watching from. Okay, so welcome to another section of our free forex trading section classes. Okay, so this will be like a continuation from where we stop. And before we proceed, please remember this presentation is brought to you by Smart Trading Concept. Uh, is a forex training institute, Smart Trading Concept. So that's the training is brought to you from Smart Trading Concepts. And today we'll continue from where we stopped. Last time we started with lot size. So we are currently under the topic, what is lots in Forex trading? Sorry. What is lot in Forex trading? So this is where we are currently. What is lots? What is lot in Forex trading? So this is a continuation of last week's topic. Last week we started by defining what what lot size is, and we started with the different type of lot size. So we treated 2 out of 3, and today we'll continue with the third category. So last week we talked about what is lot size, and we said lot size is the risk a trader is willing and ready to take within a particular period of time. The risk a trader is willing and ready to take within a particular period of time. Now that's what is lot size. Yeah, last week we also talked about the 3 type of lot size. We have the micro lot, we have the mini lot, and the standard lot, whereby we discussed about the micro, we discussed about the mini, and now we continue with the standard lot. So let me share, okay, so today so we'll be looking at the lot size, and this time around we'll be looking at the third category, which is the standard lot. So the standard lot ranges, as I said, from 1.0 to infinity. So it doesn't have an end. Now, when we use a lot size of 1.0, now what this means is if price moves your direction 1 pip, the value of that 1 pip is 10 cents. Is $10. The value of 1 pip, sorry, so if you decide to move 1.0, the value of that is $10. So if you're using a lot size of 1.0, if price goes your direction 1 pip is going to give you $10, and if it goes against your direction 1 pip is going to take $10 from you. So also if you use a lot size of 2.0, what this means is the value of pips is $20. If you're using 3.0, the value of 1 pip is $30. If you use 4.0, sorry, the value of pips is $40. If you use 5.0, the value of 1 pip is $50. If you use 6.0, the value of 1 pip is $60. And remember to infinity. So if you use 0.0, so 1 pip, if you use is 0.0, 1 pip is what? $1,000. So 1 pip your direction is $1,000. So and infinity. So you could use 100.0, 500.0, 250.0. It's all your choice. It's your risk, it's your reward, it's your profit. So this is when it comes to trading Forex. Now, I will say this. Let's look at some example, and this goes to you, to the assignment I gave us. I want to believe everyone has attempted the assignment. Now, even if we're not going to be treating that particular assignment, now we'll be all this we have treated so far, how does it make meaning to a trader? How does this make meaning to a trader? Now, let's assume as a trader, I entered Euro USD. Let's assume I entered a trade on Euro USD, and let's say I entered a sell. Now, if I entered a sell on Euro USD, and when I was entering, the entry price or the price at which I entered the market, which is also known as the entry price, is, let's say, 1.065. Okay, let me just do this. No, let's assume I entered at this point. And remember, I'm entering for a sell. And then let's say, now, when you're entering a trade, there are some parameters that are important. The first one is the entry price. The second one is the exit price. Now, under the exit price, there are two ways you can exit the market. The first one is you exiting in profits. If you exit the market in profit, you close it in profit. And this time around, we call this type of price the take profit. Sorry, we call it the take profit. If you're exiting the market in profit, also known as the take profit. Now, the second one is you are exiting in loss, in negative. Now, we'll call this the stop loss. When you want to enter a market, these three parameters are key: the entry price, the take profit, and the stop loss. Now, funny enough, it's important that you have the value of these three parameters before you even enter the market. So when you're entering the market, you must be able to know what price am I entering and what price am I exiting. Now, when you're exiting, you can either exit in profit, you can either exit in loss. So when you're exiting, then you must know the price of your take profit, you must know the price of your stop loss. Now, I will say this. Let's say, for instance, my take profit, since I'm entering for a sell now, my take profit, let's say, is 0.5. Okay, let's say this is my take profit. While my stop loss is, let's say, 1.06. Now, let's assume I have these parameters. I'm entering at this, which is my entry price, and I'm exiting either in profit and then in loss here. Now, how many pips? Now, it's important to know how many pips is my take profit. When you have these parameters, these are the different questions you should be able to answer even before entering the trade. The first question is, how many pips? Or better put, okay, now let's assume there are some questions you should be able to answer before entering this trade. Number one, how much am I making? How much will I be making? How much will I be making if I take this trade? How much, sorry, how much will I be making if I take this trade? And the second question is, how much will I lose? How much will I lose for taking this trade? Now, what does this mean? As a trader, the truth is you must be ready to risk something. You must be ready for every trade you place. It's important you're ready to risk a particular amount. Now, before you now place the trade, you should be able to ask yourself a question: how much exactly am I risking on this trade? Then, if I'm risking $5 on this trade, if it goes my direction, how much am I expected to make? Now, as a good trader, number one, it is important that your reward is always more than your risk. Now, if you are unable to answer this question before placing a trade, then you won't even be able to know if your reward is more than your risk. Now, there are some rules that is important as a trader. One of the rules is how much is my risk as against my reward? Now, let's try to answer this. Number one, so we will start with the first one. How much will I make, or how much will I be making on this trade? So let's look at how much you'll be making. Remember, to know how much you'll be making or how much you will make on a particular trade, you need to know the number of pips. So this leads to how many pips? How many pips is for the take profit. Now, to be able to, how many pips for the take profit? So instead of take profit, I'll call it TP. Take profit. How many pips? Now remember, to be able to do this, because it is a sell direction, then the formula you'll be using is entry price minus take profits, because it's a sell direction. To know how many pips, entry price minus take profits. So what's the entry price? We have 1.06245. That's the entry price, 1.06245, and the take profit is 1.05823. So now it's time to subtract. 5 minus 3 is 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 8, impossible, so you borrow from here. That's 12 minus 8. That's 4. 12 minus 8 is 4. Then 5 minus, remember we borrowed one, so this will be 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. Then we're gonna have the decimal, then is 0. Oh, okay, we have another 0 here. That's 0 minus 0. Now, remember, when you try to know how many pips, I always say exclude the pipette, which is this. Exclude the pipette. So we don't need the value of this. So your pips is 42 pips. How much is your pips? So to answer this is 42. 42 pips. For the take profit now. 42 pips for the take profit. So now that's for the take profit, how much you'll be making. Now let's go to how much you'll be risking. So let me remove all this. So now let's look at how much you're risking, which is loss, or better put risk. Now for the risk, how many pips to? How many pips for, sorry, for the stop loss? How many pips for the stop loss? Now this time around, it will be SL, stop loss, minus EP, entry price. That's the formula. Stop loss minus entry price. Now, what is the stop loss? 1.06523 minus 1.06245. 1.06245. Now, to subtract now, 3 minus 5, impossible, so you borrow 1 from here. When you borrow 1 from here, this will be 13. So 13 minus 5 is 8. So remember, this is now 1. So you borrow 1 from here, this is 4. 11. 11 minus 4. That's 8 also. Then remember, this is now 4. 4 minus 2, it's 2. 6 minus 6, 0. 0 minus 0, 0. We have the decimal and we have 0. Remember, always exclude the pipette, which is 8. How many pips? This is 28 pips. 28 pips. 28, sorry. 28 pips. Now, I will say this. If you look at the risk to reward, it is, which is higher? We can see that the reward is higher. That's the first thing. So before you trade, before you pick a trade, or before you place a trade, one thing you must be one thing you must be able to answer is the reward must be greater than the risk. The reward must be greater than the risk. Now, from this example, you can see the risk is 28 pips. Even if we don't have the monetary terms now, the risk is 28 pips and the reward is 42 pips. So here, the reward is 42 pips. The reward is 42 pips as against what? 28 pips. So we can see that the reward is greater, is higher than the pips. This is important before you even place a trade. Now, the next question is, where we are going is, how much will I be making in dollars? How much will I be making in dollars? Now, to determine how much you'll be making in dollars, lot size in is important. To determine how much you'll be making in dollars, how much you'll be making, lot size is important. Now, and that's why we say it is the risk a trader is willing and ready to take at a particular point in time. Now, this means that the risk Mr. A is taking or will be taking will not be the same with the risk Mr. B will be taking. It will not be the same. Now, how to determine the risk is lot size? So we'll be using the lot size. So let's say we are using a micro lot. We'll be using 3 examples. So we'll be using a micro lot of 0.01. We'll be using a mini lot of 0.20, or let's use 10, and we'll be using a standard lot of 1.0. This will be what we're using as an example. So we're going to be using this 3 lot size as example. We're using this 3 lot size as an example. Now we start with the first one, which is the micro lots. So let's start with the micro lots. How much you're making? So how much you'll be making if you're using a micro lot of 0.01? Now, to this, I said earlier that if you use a micro lot of 0.01, if price move your direction 1 pip, is going to give you what? $1, 1 cent, which is, if you use a micro lot of 0.01, if price move your direction, it will be giving us 10 cents. So now, to know how much you make, now be equals to the value of pips, not just the pips now. Sorry, the value of lot size, the value of the lot size that you are using multiplied by the number of pips. By the number of pips. That's the formula. Now, when we say value of lot size, this is the value of lot size. This is the lot size, and this is the value of the lot size. So now, this means that, so this means that for this example now, the value of lot size is 0.10, which is 10 cents, multiplied by, for the take profit now, let's identify it here. Take profit. So for the take profit now, the pips is 42 pips multiplied by 42. So if you use your calculator, this will be $4.2. So if this trade goes your position, it will give you 4.2. That is $4.20. It will give you $4.20. This is how much if you are using this lot size. Now let's go to the stop loss. For the stop loss now, it will be the same way. So it will be 0 0.10 multiplied by 28 pips, which equals to $2.80. Can we see? So this is how to determine how much. So it means that for this trade, if you're losing, you'll be losing. If you use this lot size now, if you're losing, you'll be losing $2.8. And if you're making, you'll be making $4.2. So this is for the first one, which is the micro lot. This is for the micro lot. Now let's go to the second one, which is the mini lot. So we'll go to mini lots. Sorry, mini lots. Now remember, for the mini lots, 0.10 is equivalent to 10 cents. $1. So for this, the same formula now to know how much you'll make to be the value of pips multiplied by the value of lot size multiplied by the number of pips. Now the value of lot size is $1 multiplied by 42. So for this trade, you'll be making 42. So you'll be making $42. But let's look at how much you will lose to. For the loss now, if it goes against you, it will be 1 multiplied by 28, which is equals to $28. So you can see the difference between the micro lot and the mini lot. For one, you're making just $4.20, while the mini lot now you're making $42 per trade, while you're risking $28 as against 2.8. So this is for the micro lots. Now let's go to the third one, which is the standard lot. So for the standard lot, 1.0 is equivalent to 10 cents. So if we decide to use this, you're making $420 on that one trade. $420. And remember, if you are losing two, you'll be losing what? $280. So what's the importance of calculating all this? The importance is, before you place a trade, you should be able to ask yourself, are you ready to risk this? Because the essence of you being able to have all these values is, if I want to place a trade, I should be able to ask myself that, if this trade goes my direction, am I ready to risk this? Am I ready to lose this money? Now, if the answer is yes, then you can go for the trade. But if it is a no, then you don't just need to go for the trade, because now, the reason why you are taking the trade, the importance of the risk is, when you're taking a trade, it means that you are willing and ready to risk that amount. And funny enough, many people just place a trade without even knowing how much they are risking on a trade. Now, one thing I want you all to understand is this: when it comes to investment, there are rules to investment. And what are the rules? The higher your risk, the higher your reward. Now, if you are not able to determine your risk, how will you be able to determine your reward? Now, this is how we are able to determine our risk and able to determine our reward. Are we together? So this is when it comes to risk, lot size, and the like. So all these parameters have been able to talk about that. Now let's go to the next topic. So in case you have any questions on lot size, you can always chat me up. Now our next topic is now, what is spread? Now in trading, there's what we call spread. What is spread? Spread can be defined as the I want to try to know the right way to spread. Now, it is the fee. Let me call it the fee. It's a fee or charges that you pay for taking a trade. Now, for every trade you pick, when you want to trade, for every trade you pick, there is a cost implication. The cost is spread. Now, the broker charges spread. It's the broker that charges spread. So it's basically, so another person, so the broker charges spread, and the spread is known as the cost on the cost on transaction. So when you pick a particular trade, there's a cost incurred for picking that trade, and that is what we call spread. So now, there different well, different currency has different charges of spread. It's not a fixed money. Depending on the currency you are trading, depending on depending on the currency you're trading, spread are being charged. Okay. So now, as I was saying, when it comes to spread, it is the broker that charges you spread. Now, for those that have been trading, you're going to notice that there are two different prices for each currency. There are two different prices. One we call it the bid price, the other we call the ask price. Now, the bid is the price at which you sell the base currency. We've mentioned the base currency. So let me just give a clear explanation as to that. Okay, so let me clear this. So remember, we are currently on spread. Now, when you are trading, there are different prices that the broker quote gives you. Now, broker give you two different prices. The first one is the bid price. Sorry, you have the bid price. While the second one is the ask price. Now, remember, we are going to the spread. The bid price so the bid price is the price you sell the base currency. So what this means is anytime you want to enter for a sell, you'll be using the bid price. While the second one, which is the ask price. The second one, which is the ask price, is the price you buy the base currency. Why I'm mentioning the base currency is that remember, whatever you're doing is on the base currency. Now, let's give an example for you to clearly understand what I mean. So let's assume you want to buy Euro USD. Let's assume you want to buy, I love to use Euro USD as an example. And let's say they give you one price as to 1.0. And they give you another one at 1 point. Okay. Now, if you look at it, anytime you are trading, you will always see two prices like this. You will always see two prices like this. Now, one thing I want you to know is the bid price is always the lower price. The bid price is the lower price, while the ask price is the higher price. Now, to make it much more easier, I want to believe everyone here we know Aboki Bureau de Change. Now, if you go and meet Bureau de Change and you want to buy, another person wants to sell, you notice that they will give you at two different prices. If you want to buy, they will give you, if you want to buy from them, they tend to give you at a price which is always higher than if you want to sell. Now that difference is their profit. The same thing with spread here. Now the broker will give you the bid price which is lower here because you're selling, while the ask price is higher. Now with this, you can see that the difference is just $3. Now the spread, here comes the spread. So the spread is 3 pips. Are we together? The spread is 3 pips from this illustration. So that's why the spread is the difference between two prices. It is the difference between two prices, which is the bid price and the ask price. And the spread is known as the commission the broker charges you, or the commission the broker makes for every trade you place. And that's why some people will say the spread is like the transaction cost. The spread, so that's just to explain it. The spread is the transaction cost for every trade you pick, and it is charged by the brokers. It is charged by the brokers, and that is how the brokers also make their money. So, and from this, you will notice that they make money by selling the currency to you for more than they pay to buy it, so that they will be able to make a little percentage. They make it so when they buy it at 1 naira, they will sell it to you at 5 naira just to make little money. And they also make money by buying the currency from you when it's lesser than they receive when they sell it. So all these are just an explanation as to what's the name, as to how the brokers makes in their profit. So I want to believe we are all clear with the spread. Now, the last one we will be going into, if time permits us, is order, different Forex orders. Now, a minute. So at least at this point, we've been able to explain the different traits and the like. Now it is now time to make examples. When I mean examples, you try to place a trade, you try to see how it works. But to do that, I'm going to wait till next week where we'll be looking at that. But before that, at the end of this video, I'll be dropping to you the link to also open a demo account with a broker. So this is how you are going. This is how you are going to understand how to practice. First of all, practice with a demo account before we go to the next level. So with this point, at this point, we are almost done with the beginners level, and we'll be moving to the intermediate, where we look at the trading platform. We'll be looking at the trading platform, how the trading platform works, how to kickstart your trading platform. So I will drop the link to create a demo account. Please try as much as possible to create a demo account, and then we'll proceed from there in our next class. Thank you very much, and do have a splendid day ahead. Bye.